came around to say hello. One, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
1 minute. Anand Ranganathan.
Statement.
Competitive Hinduism. Competitive Sanat. Till yesterday they were all silent. Not one word on the court verdict on the Sanatan Dharma, Udhaynidhi Stalin. For 3 years they've been silent, not one condemnation. Suddenly today they have all become Shankaracharya's great bhakts. Mathadish, mafia hote hain, gone, that statement is gone, relegated into history. And above all, Ram Mandir nahi jayenge. लेकिन हिंदू सबसे बड़े सर्टिफिकेट खुद को देंगे. You know, what is this fraud secularism that's been going on and on and on, when actually their hearts actually lie with the Jamaat-e Hind, with the Jamaat-e Islami and the Muslim Brotherhood, the Islamic Republic thought.
Yeah, good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. You actually said it, encapsulated an hour-long debate into one sentence, where the heart lies. And you know why? Because they know something that we are iffy about, and that is demography is destiny. The demography has now reached a critical mass, and this is our destiny. We need to get used to it. Appeasement has turned from welfare to wokefare to warfare. Muslim legislators are now openly siding with arsonists, bloodthirsty mobs, and inciting cushioning crime, bigotry, and terrorism. The next Suravardi or Jinnah is not going to be from the people who elect. It is going to be from the people who are elected. The recent open threat by the Muslim AIMIM MLA against setting up an army camp in the vulnerable Siliguri Chicken Neck corridor heralds a brave new world. But Navika, that's just the latest in a long line. Remember Amanatullah Khan and his men assaulting the police and helping a dreaded Muslim escape in Jamia Nagar? Or how the legislator of Sambal threatened police when they came to inspect his home, they were tapping power illegally? Or MPs Rahullah Mehdi and Abu Azmi refusing to sing Vange Mataram? Or Baris Patan stating 15 crore Muslims can be heavy on 100 crores? Or SP MLA Mehbooba Ali stating that Muslim population is increased, now your rule will end? Or TMC MLA Farid Hakim stating by the grace of Allah, we will become the majority demographic in India? There are dozens of cases where Muslim legislators in this country threaten the non-Muslims for venturing into their areas. Remember TMC Sheikh Alam boasting 4 Pakistans can be created if 30% Muslims come together. Remember BSP candidate Qureshi offering 51 crores to the beheaders of Charlie Hebdo journalists. Or MP Mufti condoning the death of Wani the terrorist. Or VP Ansari presenting an award to PFI chief, or when thousands collect for funerals of terrorists. Or an AIMML legislator demanding hanging of Nupur on the street. Remember Akbaruddin's remove the police for 15 minutes comment? Look, there is a parallel world that is inhabited by hundreds of millions of Indians, a world where they are not bound by laws, rules, morality, ethics, propriety, by which they want the rest of us to be bound by. Because their morality, ethics, conduct is not dictated by man but by God. Remember Haldwani exactly 2 years ago, when bulldozers were used to remove encroachments on court order. Muslims went on a rampage and stone pelting and 5 people killed. Let us be under no illusion, just 30 seconds. The situation is intractable. The fact of the matter is, that it is not about them, Navika, it is about us. Who allows thousands to attend funerals of terrorists? Who withdraws cases against Muslim rioters? Who releases Coimbatore bombers despite SC refusing to give them bail? Camel has started to sneak into the tent, and open sky awaits. And Congress knows it, we don't.